Please subscribe. It's all right. All you gotta do is hit that. All you gotta do is
I'm retarded?
That opener is stupid, but whatever. Hopefully it gave you a laugh. But the past couple of weeks have been ridiculous for me. I've been working nonstop, not only stocks, but also with events. It's summer, so they're picking up. So it takes a lot out of me. Barely sleeping, taking full days to sleep when I have the chance, like a weekend. I usually hate weekends, but as of late, weekends have been the only thing I look forward to. So this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I am going to be in Vegas. I'm probably going to be trading from the pool. Maybe not from 1 a.m. I don't even know if they're open at 1 a.m., but not from 1 a.m. to 5 p.m. But I'm assuming I'll get up, go to the gym, get some breakfast, and then be at the pool by like 8 or 9, I would assume. So I will be active this week, even though I'm on vacation, because I'm a nut job and I can't stop, even though I should take a breather, take some time to relax. I could go to Vegas and come home 25K richer, not from slots, not from roulette, but from sitting at the pool, enjoying myself in the sun, having a few drinks, and making money. What else am I going to do during the day? Sit there and look at people? Like, there's nothing else to do. So I'm going to trade during the day, have a good time at night, go to a lot of nice restaurants. I pretty much already have reservations for every one of my meals. So it's going to be a good time. And I'm also betting, I don't usually sports bet, but I'm putting $1,000 on Edmonton, the Oilers, and the under. I don't know if I should even parlay it. Maybe that's going to fuck me in the end, but I'm going to give it a shot anyway. It would give me basically a free trip. So I'm going for the free trip. When I first get there, that's going to be an exciting night because I'm going to be able to watch that game and actually care. And then the rest of the week, during the day, I will be trading. So hopefully I come home richer and not poorer. First of all, before I go any further and get into the charts, I want to give a shout out to Titan Traders, Joe Livy. He is one of the best traders I've ever came across on Twitter. There's no bullshit. There's no pumping. There's no scamming. There's no crap involved. He's just a straight shooter. He gives money away to his followers a lot, something that I'm not at that level yet because I do live in LA and I do have bills to pay and I need to get a car eventually. I need to get a car. I've been using a friend's car, a girl that I've been seeing, but I need to relax with that and get my own car. So, I can't be giving money away yet, but again, this is a guy that you need to follow, you need to pay attention to. I take a lot of his calls. Some of his calls are going to be mentioned in here. We kind of work together in a way. I'm in his Discord. There's a lot of people in there that I really like too. After I got kicked out of Moon's Discord because I tell the truth, and only the truth will be told. That's what I say all the time. So if I'm bashing GME or I'm bashing a stock that you're in, so be it. So I'm so sorry. I hate to do it, but I'm going to do it. And I'm not going to stop doing it because you don't like me for it. It doesn't matter to me. Only the truth will be told. A spirit came to me in my hospital bed when I was born, and they said, listen, son, you may only tell the truth. I don't know if it was Jesus, Muhammad, the Son of Man, the Son of the Lamb. It doesn't matter to me. All I know is it was a translucent being from the sky, and he said, if you tell a lie, you will turn into stone. And I like to breathe, smell, see, and feel. I like to have sex. I don't want to be a stone. Okay, so when I'm bashing something, there's a reason, and pretty much every time I bash something, it goes to the pits of hell. So you better start paying attention to me instead of the pumpers. Okay, and I'm not saying that any of my stocks their fundamentals are crisp and clean. All the stocks that I trade are shit. JAGX, they don't, what do they have, cure for diarrhea in dogs? I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's a catalyst that people are waiting for. You buy the rumor, you sell the news. And I'm going to tell my followers to sell the news, not believe in it, and it's going to $6. Sure, it could, but we're not aiming for that. That's not how you make money in the market. That's not how you have longevity. You absolutely must take gains when they're available, especially large ones. You don't shoot for the moon. The bigger the dream, the bigger the nightmare. So, that being said, we're going to jump into the charts now. Make myself smaller, even though the ladies, I'm sorry. You'll have to just replay that opener if you want to. Never mind. Okay, so let's get into here. Let's go to TradingView. TradingView is what I use for charts usually. And I told somebody today, like, I don't always actively look at a chart when I'm trading. I'm more of a field trader, whereas like the movement, the momentum, the volume, what I'm looking at through the tail of the tape is like more vivid to me. RSI can be wrong, MACD can be wrong, any of those indicators can be wrong. So I tend to just like, I will go over charts like I'm going to do today just to figure out where I'm going to probably get in, where I'm probably going to get out, based on MAs and, you know, lines of resistance, support, what have you. But active trading with a chart can kind of throw you off, especially like a 1 minute time frame. If that thing starts to go down, you might get shaken out of your shares and it blasts off on you. 5 minute time frame, 15 minute time frame, they give you a little bit better of an idea. 1 hour time frame, a little bit better of an idea as you go up. A weekly is like, it's a better visual of where the stock's potentially going to go, whereas the 1 minute, you don't really fucking know. So I trade on feel, and I look at the daily and the weekly and sometimes the 30 or the 4 hour, to see, you know, where I'm going to get in and where I'm going to get out. So let's start with JAGX, shall we? Sec, dude. All right, this is the weekly. I was looking at this. 703 would be your middle band on the weekly, which would be a good target. You got a gap up here at 15, which is the highest I think it could potentially go. If you actually zoom out and you do a trend line, it's going to be hard to, let's do it on the daily. Okay, zoom out a bit. Hopefully we can see this. Yeah, I mean, you'll get an okay idea. Okay, so these are all the peaks that JAGX, or let's, wait, hold on. I gotta start from a little bit further down. So yeah, I mean, it's basically right on this top band. You're going to get that's pretty much where these peaks try to get to. Okay, you draw that out a little bit. As you can see, like the price is trying to work its way up to that, and it just always gets rejected and come back down. So it got rejected there last time, and it came back down, created this gap, fell below this middle band, and now look at your Bollinger Bands. They're pinching. This is a pinch play. It's a MACD play. Again, these are indicators on the daily, so it gives you a better idea of what's going to happen in the near to present future. So you got a pinch band. You got the MACD turning up. I don't even have RSI set, but you're probably encroaching on 50, getting into the hot zone. Maybe not yet, but you'll get there soon. You've been getting rejected at 4 at that middle band on the daily consistently. People are trying to take it down below that. They're getting stop orders underneath 4. That's what happened on Friday. Somebody sold into the bid and it hit stop orders. Then you had a bunch of limit order stops that had the ask looking crazy. I was like, did bad news come out? Did they delist? What is going on? No, it was just stop. That's why I don't put stops on this, because, you know, unless it's at I'm not going to put a stop under 4 when the price is at 408. I don't care about 8, 10, 20 ticks. If it goes down to 350, that's where my stop loss is, because then something bad did happen. So I'm not worried about 408, 390, trying to time the market every which way. This is a medium-term play for me. It is a catalyst on July 23rd. There will be a rumor run into that date. I think that they release bad results. That's my personal opinion, because I'm telling myself that. I'm not telling myself they're going to have the cure for diarrhea in dogs. I know it. It's going 3,000%. That's not my game. That's not my gamble. I'm going for the rumor here. The rumor will still potentially get me $8 to $12. That's 100 to 200% on $80,000. You do the math. These are the things you look for the bigger swings, the bigger loads, the higher amounts of money that you can invest to get a bigger risk and reward. Again, downside 350, upside potentially 15 max. Probably not going for that. That will probably hit that target line, though, in the next month. If it doesn't, I'm going for the top of, or the bottom of this gap at 10, maybe 12, just because 12 is like the tops of these previous tops where it was trying to get above and it was getting rejected. $8, I'm good. $8, I'm good. I make $80,000. I'm fine. I don't need more than that. I don't need to potentially get to 12, because what if it stops at 8? What if it stops at 7? Might even start taking it there. Again, I don't know. I will figure this out based on volume in the moment when I'm looking at the tail of the tape. But $8 is a very good target, very good potential to get there. Probably 5 off compliance news, 8 off of rumor, 12 to 15 max. And if they do put out, some type of, they do get the phase 3, I would be blown away. Then this thing is shooting maybe to 40. Okay, but I will day trade it on that news. I'm not going to hold it for when they say, no, there's another delay, and then it goes back down to 4 in a flash, and I'm like, wow, had 80 grand in my pocket, and I let it ride. Okay, next one. Let me pull up my list here. NCPL. I really like this one for tomorrow. I do not like this one for a long hold. This was one of my top picks before. It's coming back to be one of those now. Obviously, JAGX is the number one pick that I have for the next, few weeks. Why? No. Can you just work? No, I don't want to compare. Does it look like I want to compare? I don't want to compare. So just work. When I think something, you do it, computer. As I've said before, computers cannot keep up with my brain length, so I have a lot of trouble with computers. They haven't really gotten to where I'm at yet, so I just have to deal with their inability to do what I think. And I don't know what I'm doing here. Why is this not working? Why am I going to have to? Okay, maybe I go here, and then I go to here, and then I do this. Please work. Thank you very much. Okay, you did. Thank you very much. This is the weekly. Hit that 13, got rejected. This is why these lines can really help you. Now, again, you got a pincher on the weekly. Let's see what it looks like on the daily. It's probably even tighter. No, it's a lot wider. But either way, you're trying to get above this middle band. My goal here is 18. I know that the top band is 17, but I really like this gap. Is that a gap? Yep, it's a gap up at 18. I think that's what it fills on Monday. I'm not exactly sure. I can't be positive, but if I had to take a guess, based on hype, based on social media hype, based on the chart, based on that gap, based on the thinness of the float, based on the fact that it's already trying to push through this middle band and the top band's right above it, and that gap is right above it. I like NCPL to 18, and it might go higher, but that's my goal. Okay, your buy-in, you're going to try and get in pre-market anywhere near 10, anywhere near 11. You get in there, you load it up, you go for the big win to 18. That is a big win. If you get 50% on any other investment in 45 minutes like we get in the market and you don't take it, then you're an asshole. Because if you do that in any type of, so I wouldn't say safe investment, but you're not going to buy a house and sell it 45 minutes later for a 50% gain on it. Okay, got it, get it, good. Then don't be happy with your 40%. Don't be sitting there saying, well, I could have held and it went to 100%, because 90 times out of 10, 90 times out of 100, you're going to be sitting there and saying, I could have sold and actually taken the gain. Instead, I'm back to average, and now I'm red, and now I'm bag holding, and now I'm hoping. Another motion to avoid. Don't want to be hoping. Again, I could sit here and I could pump you and I could say it's going to $1 and I could say that it's the best stock ever made and I could look into the DD and sell you on bullshit, but I'm not. I'm here to tell, like, okay, Moon Market, he's great, he's good, I have no problem with him, but he brings up this DD that gets people sucked into the stock and they think that it's the next big thing, and then what happens? They get crushed and they get scammed and they get burned and then they get mad and then they still follow what he says. Pay attention to what I'm saying. They're all scams. You get in, you get out, you get your money, and you take it to the bank, and you say, hey, Frederico, how are the kids? Okay, am I still taking them to baseball practice because I know my banker that well? I know his kids. I know their names. I know what they're allergic to when they come over for dinner. I know not to make any breads. It's true though. Like I'm spitting straight facts for the noobs. Pay attention. NDRA. Is this not going to work again? No, it is. Because see, now the computer's catching up with my brain. It's like, all right, we see what you're trying to do here. We'll figure it out. And I'm like, okay, hurry. Come on. I don't got all day. Now, this is the daily on NDRA. It does look good. It seems like this is a bottom play. I think there's some type of catalyst coming up in July. We'll have to find out. Again, do the DD to find out when the catalyst is, okay? Buy 2 weeks to a month out from the catalyst, okay? Then when the catalyst starts to get, the boards start to get, oh, we got this, you sell it. It's usually a week before. You'll get that run, okay? You'll get a lot of people buying into the catalyst. That's when you sell. The catalyst, good news always comes at bottom. It does not come into a run into the catalyst. If it's running into the catalyst, it's not going to be good news. If it's out of nowhere, out of the blue, you're not paying attention, these things that run 1,000%, that's when good news comes, or when it shocks the market and the price runs. You're not going to get a run into the catalyst comes out and it runs more. I've never seen it happen in my entire life. Okay, so that's just something to note. But there is a catalyst coming in for this in July, and that's great. And because July's right around the corner, got to look more into that. But NDRA is in play, another thin stock. You got a trend line running right on top of these wicks. You got the middle band at 1680. You're at 1221. You buy in the 11 to 12 range, and you just wait. You could get a huge run on this pup. LGHL. Somebody asked me why now. I don't know. Because I don't know. A lot of times, like, these things this thing is overdone. I'll tell you that much. But I really like the look of this. Like this big drop, the push, the big drop, it could create a W formation right here. Shlang! It's super thin right to $1. 40 cents right now, or $38.90 after hours apparently. Or no, $38.90 in regular hours. You get in this in the high 30s, between 36 and 40. You have a very good chance of a high run on this. Even if it's just 20% to the top band, even if it's just 5 or 10% to the middle band, this is a good opportunity right now. The stock is oversold. You get in high 30s. You're starting to see some type of higher lows here. So that's a good look. And I don't know. I just have a feeling that this stock is going to run in the near future. Just a hunch. We shall see how that one turns out. Z-Car. I just wanted to bring this one up because this was another seed that I planted and it did go for a little run here. But you sell. And I see some guy on the boards and he's like, this isn't the real run yet. I don't care if it comes back down. Yeah, you do. I don't know how much up you were, but you were up a significant amount and you sat on your hands because you were prideful and you wanted the big run and you wanted the big money and you didn't sell and it's probably right back at your average. If I hadn't have sold, I'd be red. Okay, I was in at 15.20. I fell asleep and I missed the first run, was salty as hell. It was like, if this doesn't get a second run, I'm going to beat myself up silly. I'm going to walk out into the middle of the highway and I'm going to lay down and I'm going to say, hello, Jesus. Because I was upset and I missed out on 10K because I took a little hour nap. Never again. I cannot be sleeping. It sucks. I don't want to wake up at 1 a.m. on the West Coast, but it's just part of my life. Need to move. But either way, this thing ran. I was up 10K, couldn't sell, woke up, saw it at 16, was like, oh shit, this thing's starting to run. Was like, it already did. I missed it. Shit. Next day, I actually added the end of that day back in, added more. The next day, it was looking weak in the morning, but I was like, this is how they make it look. Give it a half hour. By 20 minutes in, boom, shot straight to 23, sold 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, didn't sell the peak, didn't know if it was going to stop at 17, didn't know if it was going to stop at 19, but I took 20,000 shares off, 20,000 shares off, 20,000 shares off every penny. By the time that it was all said and done, it was back to 15, and every one of my sells, even though it wasn't at the top, was higher than where it closed. Get it? Does this make sense? In the moment, you're going to be like, oh man, this thing's ripping. And you're going to go to the boards and everybody's going to be like, hey, we're going to the Bahamas as a group. We're all going to be millionaires. We're going to the Puerto Ricos. Okay. We're going to have some coconuts on the water. Okay. We're all going to we're going to have fun. We're all going to be millionaires, or we're going to be trillionaires. We're all going to just meet up. Okay. When you see the boards like that, is it an indication to sell, even though it's going to get you pumped, and you're going to want to go on that trip, and you're going to be up 10 grand, and you're going to be feeling good. And then all of a sudden, by the end of the day, everybody's on to the next stock. Nobody's going to Vegas, and you're sitting there in a bag with your thumb up your ass thinking, why am I such a dum-dum? And that's just the name of the game. This is how the game is played. It will pump and it will dump. They're all scams. It's all bullshit. It's all fairy dust. Just get a little bit, run it up the nose, have some fun. But when the end of the day comes, don't be the guy still awake, listening to the birds chirp, okay, when the sun's coming up and everybody's passed out and you're sitting there still geeking. Okay, that is how it's done. That is how you play the market. You can do whatever you want, but don't listen to the pumpers. People always come at the bashers. The bashers are telling the truth. The pumpers are scamming you into the top. That's it. That's my show. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Listen, you get in JAGX and you wait and you pray. It is a good potential for a runner. You get in NCPL for the quick money, and I will be having my Twitter on all week. I'll be freaking trading from the pools, baby, and I'm gonna be eating crab legs every single night. I might just eat crab legs every single meal, and I don't care about the price. Sometimes you gotta just spend your money. You make it, you spend some. Okay, I'm not trying to be a billionaire at 72 driving a Prius in a one bedroom. Okay, you gotta spend some money too. All right, guys, I'll see you.